What is up, YouTube? It's Frank with What's the Point EDC. Oh, we're going to do the Kizer Gemini, but not just any Kizer Gemini, the discontinued CPM-4V Kizer Gemini today. It wasn't all happiness at first. Let me tell you guys something. We're going to get to all the specs and we're going to get to some other things here, but let me say first, let me talk about how I was introduced to this knife. So I was sent this knife in by a really awesome dude, Timbo. His YouTube channel is Timbo437. Check him out. Tell him What's the Point EDC saying. So he sent me this, and this happened to be in the box. I opened it up. I deployed it. I'm like, well, it does have good action, but it wasn't for me. I don't know what it was. It was a decent looking knife, you know, and plus it's 4V, and that's a steel I've really been interested in. And like I said, the action was fire, but I couldn't figure out what about it I wasn't really enjoying. There was something that I wasn't drawn to this knife about. Then I came home and I processed up some cardboard, then I processed up some food, and then I was like, you know what? This knife is absolutely perfect at this same size. I wouldn't change it one bit. It is perfect how it is. Let's talk about some materials here, because this is a Ray Laconico design, and let me tell you what, Ray Laconico literally smashes it out the park every single time. So we have CPM-4V steel with a full flat grind on it. It is right around somewhere in the 2.8 millimeter thickness, if I'm not mistaken. It's 21 thou behind the edge. The HRC of Kizer's 4V is going to be 59 to 62. 4V is rated best at 62 to 64, but we'll get back to that in a minute. Really nice. Now the blade stock is going to be 2.8 millimeters, so it is definitely slicey. Very nice tip. This is such a useful knife right here. It really is. The micarta on this is so comfortable. Look at that micarta. You get good grip. It doesn't look like you would get really good grip. It doesn't, but you really do. I mean, the grip, it just is. Now we have a micarta backspacer right here. Yep, that's definitely micarta. So this is a some type of black linen micarta, I think. I'm not really too sure, but obviously you see the button lock right there. It has pretty daggone good knurling going on, jimping, whatever you want to call it, knurling. Say goodbye to my dog. He just rolled out the garage. See ya. This is a really good button lock. The action on this knife is very snappy. I mean, it really does snap out good, and it drops shut pretty good as well. Now, this is a light blade. You know, it's thin stock. It's not very long. It's not very tall, so it doesn't have a bunch of weight, but it still drops shut pretty good. Obviously, it's running on bearings. Look at that hardware right there. Pivot collar looks like a T8. Maybe those are T6s right here. A nice lanyard hole going on here. We got stainless liners. Looks good, centered up. We got a stainless pocket clip. It's not inset, but the screws are flush mounted screws, so that's good. And it's deep carry, and it definitely works just fine. I'll say that right now. It carries rather good. Hopefully most of this is on screen. Like I've said a bunch of times, I can't see the screen when I'm recording right now with this very camera I'm using currently. Keep that in mind. So it does have very snappy action, and it does cut very good. I'm going to tell you that right now. It has a thin blade. It's got good, decent, thin behind the edge thickness. You know, 21 thou is not bad at all. You know, 21 thou is right around like a Spyderco PM2, give or take a little bit. 22, you know, 24, somewhere right in that area. So this thing's a good slicer. It's a good cutter. The tip works pretty daggone good. It does have that little bit of belly right there that works just perfect. I found that it really does work good. The flipper tab. Now, here's one thing. Now, the flipper tab does cant kind of downward. It's not jimped at all. When I first seen it, I'm like, yeah, I'm probably going to be a lot slippery. But it's not. I mean, obviously I just slipped right there, but I'm trying to, yeah. Anyway, as I'm saying, it's not slippery. I'll slip, you know what I'm saying? Anyway, but it really isn't, you know, like something really slippery. And it's not a very long knife. Let's go ahead. Let's talk about some specs, and then I'll just do some size comparisons. So overall length is going to be 7¼ inches. The handle length is going to be just over 4 inches. The blade length is going to be just over 3, and the cutting edge, because As you see here, from tip to heel, it is the entire cutting edge. That's really good right there. You can sharpen this thing up. Though, I'll tell you what, the plunge grind doesn't give you much room before you're going to create a smile at all, as you can see. So it could have been better for real. But I'm not going to complain. It's all right with me. We all think about that patina on the blade, though. I know you guys have been seeing that. It's got a cool patina. I wonder what gave it that patina. It really looks. But let's go ahead and do a really quick size comparison. We're not going to be very long here. How about we do the Spyderco Gale Bradley 2 and CPM-4? A little bit bigger. This is definitely not a full-size knife. It's definitely going to be a, for some people that might be a fixed, a fifth pocket knife. For me, that's just a really small carry. It's a very, very lightweight carry too, because it's coming in somewhere right around like 3.3 ounces. This is the Volsteed Nightshade in M390. There you go. You see, this isn't a full-size knife either. This is about a ½ inch off of being a full-size knife. A full-size knife for me is 8 inches and above for pocket knives. Let's go ahead and put 2 more up on screen, why don't we? How about we get 2 smaller knives out? How about we start this one right here off with the CJRB Pyrite. Put that one up here. Yup. And let's get an even smaller one out. How about we go with the Civivi Odium. This is an OG on the channel. That thing's been around for a long time. So, see, here's the thing is the knife. Now, check this out. I just want to show you guys this. The knife is deceptively big. Now, I know it sounds weird. So, look at the size of this knife. Look at it in my hand real quick. Now, it's like, well, there ain't much there. But it actually fits my entire hand. And I have a large hand. It feels like it's, it feels like it's hitting above its weight class. And you pair that up with the action, and it makes a really cool sound. It's so snappy, and it's very fidgety. There's got the flipper tab you can use that way right there. I mean, you can use it a bunch of ways, and another way would be to push the button in and make it like a gravity knife. Now, you can do either one of those ways. It's pretty good. It actually has rubbed off on me. Believe it or not, I think that this knife is perfect at this specific size. I wouldn't change anything. If you make the blade longer, the action is not going to be as snappy. If you make the handle longer, it's going to be heavier. So then it's just perfect as it is. In my opinion, it's very slicey. Good blade, good flat grind on it. You know, nice tips, so you're going to be able to puncture things good, and it's going to be useful. Guys, look, check this out. I'm not going to hold you guys up for too much longer. The Kizer Gemini and CPM-4V is awesome. I know that CPM-4V is supposed to be heat treated somewhere between 62 and 64 HRC per Larry Thomas with Knife Steel Nerds. This is actually at 59 to 62 per Kizer. That's what Kizer said. The edge retention for CPM-4V at 61 to 63 HRC. Look at the chart I got on screen right now. It's going to be for the TCC, which is total cards cut on a Catra test. What it is it's silica impregnated with some type of a something that's coarse, something that's abrasive to cut through to, you know, for the testing of how many cards are cut. So at 61 HRC, or I mean at looks like 61 HRC, it was 525 cuts. And at 63 HRC, somewhere right around 575 cuts. So if Kizer has theirs at 62 HRC, it's not going to be bad. If they have it at 61, it's not going to be bad. Hopefully they have it over 60. But we'll find out what it's like here soon. This is the first knife in 4V that I've had. You can expect a hard use test coming up here soon. This is, it's on a used edge. I don't know if this is a factory edge. I do not remember. Stay tuned, and I'll let you guys know some more information on this as we go forward with the videos and with the testing on the Kizer Gemini. Shout out to Timbo437 for being an awesome dude and making it so that I can bring you guys cool knives, so that I can have fun, and so you guys can have a little bit of entertainment and get a little bit of knowledge on these knives that we buy and these knives that we love and we enjoy to have fun with and carry and to cut with. And a lot of us, we rely on these knives. So you guys know I'm bringing you guys public service right here. What's the point EDC? Let me go ahead and put this right here up as I hit the camera. Let me go ahead and put that up real quick before I go out here. This is a long ass video today. So this right here is the Inflictor EDC. And I got to plug my own self up in there. Shout out to Dom with Blessed Knives for making this bad boy. crew wear at 65 to 66 HRC. Check this out. I appreciate all the support. I really do. Everybody who's here supporting, all the comments, the shares, the likes, it all means a lot. And I appreciate every one of you. Fist bump to you. Fist bump to the haters. And check this out. If you're an addict, never quit quitting. Stay strong and live long. If you're struggling with bad thoughts, reach out and talk to somebody. It is okay to talk. Never quit quitting and never give up. Y'all know the motto, sharp knives and good vibes. Take it easy and stay greasy, y'all. Peace.